Hello students, this is our last mini lecture on the muscles. And in this case we'll be talking about the muscle fiber types, the different types of muscle fibers. There are three main types of muscle fibers. There's slow oxidative fibers, fast oxidative fibers, and fast glycolytic fibers. And they have different patterns of respiration and have different fatigue-resistant characteristics. So let's take a look at these. Here, first of all, we start off with slow oxidative fibers. Notice their primary pathway for ATP synthesis is aerobic. They are fatigue-resistant. So they fatigue very slowly. Notice their speed of contraction is slow as well. And these muscle fibers are primarily best for endurance-like activities, for running a marathon or swimming a long distance. Also just maintaining posture while I'm standing here. I'm primarily using slow oxidative fibers in the legs of my muscles in my leg. And their color is red. Now then I have fast oxidative fibers. Again, their speed of contraction is fast. They also primarily use an aerobic metabolism, aerobic respiration to generate ATP. They are kind of intermediate. They are moderately fatigue resistant. They'll resist fatigue a little bit. They are used in something like sprinting or walking, where it's a moderate level of activity. And their color tends to be red to pink. And then finally, we have fast glycolytic fibers. And their speed of contraction is fast. Their primary pathway is anaerobic. And if you remember that anaerobic respiration, much fewer ATP are produced. They fatigue very quickly, so they fatigue fast. And they are primarily used for very short, intense movements, like hitting something, hitting a baseball, or lifting a big, heavy weight all of a sudden. And their color is white. Now what happens in your muscles all have a kind of a different mix of these fibers. So your muscles will have all these different types of fibers, and depending upon what type of activity you're doing, different motor units will be stimulated to stimulate these different types of fibers. If we look at using these different types of fibers, if we're taking a load and we're trying to move it really fast, we'll primarily use those fast glycolytic fibers. If we're doing something where we're not moving something really fast, but instead that muscle is being maintained in a contracted position for a long time, so the contractile duration is very long. Like like while I'm standing here, lecturing, in my leg muscles holding up my posture. In that case, I'll primarily use a fatigue-resistant fiber. And then, depending upon just how fast or how long the muscle is contracting, we will use some mix of fast and slow fibers. Thank you.